Microphone check 1 2.
Oh my goodness, that last set, that had me torqued.
Hey everybody, it's Declan and Reach Online back on the mic.
I would like to say first thing, I nearly called that reverse 3-0. I told G-Town after game 2, I was like, what if he reverse 3-0s him? So close.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I felt like I almost had some sort of heart thing happening because I just ate bonchon, like very spicy, and then that happened, and it actually, I felt some pain in my chest. I was really
actually felt some pain in my chest.
Really worried there for a
Reminds
second.
me of the 2019 NBA Finals when I ate like 8 pieces of fried chicken.
Yeah.
And nearly had a heart attack at my friend's house. Great time.
But here we go. We are
got the Marth Ditto, Pisces Kikoho.
Now I don't know much about Kikoho.
From Connecticut, very good. Was the #1 seed at the 2018 or 19 Arcadian. About all I could tell you.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm coming back from, being at college for a few years, and so like all of these characters. Who's this Marth guy?
I'm on my return arc.
All these players I'm not very familiar with. There's obviously a lot of familiar faces from like my mom era here, but I'm still kind of picking up.
Oh, I think he got smacked there. But yeah, Pisces, also very good player. Beat Calvar today in the Marth Ditto, so
nice.
Familiar with the matchup.
So that was a loser set, the Calvar Lewis.
Yes, that was
wow.
losers top 8, so probably losers quarters or something.
That's crazy. Yeah, but
is Pisces the Marth Ditto master? I don't know if you really can be a master of the Marth Ditto, but I don't play that character, so
definitely
kind of out fundamental the other person, right?
Definitely a character for sure. For those tuning in, for those that are new, yeah, there is a reflection in Fountain of Dreams. It's not just one color. It's a lot of different things when you play in real life.
Incredibly graphically intensive.
Yeah. They can't handle it on whatever your computer you run. Oh my God, those texts, kind of crazy.
Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure.
Chad is agreeing with me that you can't really master the Marth Ditto because it kind of goes either way.
I could master the Marth Ditto if I tried.
All I'm saying, dude, if I was on that plane, it would have gone down differently.
All right, on to the next match. Is that a Matt Damon quote?
Mark Wahlberg.
I can't, dude, Matt Damon, Mark Wahlberg can't tell them apart at all. And there's another guy.
Mark Wahlberg is definitely worse. Matt Damon had that thing where he was, up until recently, saying a slur like normally in his speech, and then his daughter like told him to stop saying it, and so he made a big deal about how he was like, oh yeah, my daughter said to stop saying this homophobic slur, so I took it out of my vocabulary.
They're all weird.
It's like, dude, you're like 40.
Yeah,
you probably should have figured that out on your own.
They are all strange people.
Yeah.
Actors, they have something going on with the brain that I don't understand.
Mark Wahlberg, on the other hand, some hate crimes.
In Boston, right? Yeah, pretty sure. Awful person. Anyways, speaking of awful people, that fucking tree in the background. Hate it.
It's crazy that his eyes and mouth are the same.
Yeah. It is crazy.
Just holes.
So, yeah, I mean, this is like a... Oh, my God, from Lowell. That's crazy.
I'd believe it, given the whole, everything.
Yeah, so what I was watching in that Lewis set is like, what are Marth's like preferred stages? I honestly don't know. Fountain seems really good for Marth.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Pokemon and FD are great for Marth. But I don't know.
Fountain's just like with those platforms, it's just like, oh, I feel like Marth just benefits from it so much. I love Fountain. It's my favorite stage in the game. It seems like most people completely hate it.
Not a huge Fountain fan. My brain is incredibly small, and when things change, it makes it hard for me.
I like the music.
Good music on that stage for sure.
I love this song, but this is maybe the worst song in the game. Like
it's a good thing that Dreamland
song.
clapping is no longer a big thing at tournaments.
Yeah, that's what
you know
that's
what
what I was about to say. It's like
a really good thing that's no longer a thing.
Dreamland clapping was one of the worst things to happen to the scene. It was so bad. It was like in the Mamam venue, it was cacophonous. It was the loudest thing ever. The acoustics in there are good enough that like it was
echoes.
Crazy. If you're just joining us now, I don't know, actually.
If you're just joining, Game 3, Marth Dittos, Pisces up 2-0.
Marth is definitely one of those characters with like a long sword. Really glad we only have to deal with one of those in Melee, really. You know what I mean? An ultimate, right?
With
like,
sword characters?
There's so many guys with swords. Ah,
we got, you know, Roy, sword character. You got to deal with him a lot in bracket.
That's true. Kinda. When I was in Vermont, we had people that played a lot of Roy. It's an annoying character.
Like more than one person that played Roy? The way you phrased that made it sound like there was a lot of Roy players.
There were like, there's so many I can't even count. I can't even name them all. That's how many there were. But yeah, there are a bunch. Any character I don't know how to play against, I don't like because I lose. You know.
Right. Of course.
Speaking of losing, that person just lost a
massive
stock.
tip.
What's the 770? What's the significance of that?
776?
776.
I don't. Maybe it's an area code.
Could be an area code.
Maybe any local Connecticut players know what Kikoho's talking about with that?
Is it like a special Connecticut pizza place you guys like a lot?
776 pizza.
I got so much.
Nice.
What's the word? Flack. I got so much flack because when I was commentating some vendor stuff, I was like, what? Honestly, I was pretty harsh on Connecticut for no reason. But basically what I said was like, what does Connecticut have for food? And then everybody was like, dude, don't hate on Connecticut. We have the best pizza.
Oh, I remember this.
I was like, what are you guys talking about? Connecticut pizza. And they were like, dude, pizza there is really good. I was like, what are you guys talking about? Like any specific examples? And they were like, oh, there's a pizza place next to this venue. I'm like, what? That doesn't mean that your state is known for its
Connecticut
pizza.
players are like, yo, a New York slice, get out of here.
It's like,
talking about a CT pie, baby.
How could you? It's like, how could you talk about pizza from Connecticut? I know they have stuff.
You know,
it's a rectangle.
Connecticut
right?
has a lot of great Melee players for a state.
That was weird.
No. That
was
so
really
crazy.
Weird. Why? How did that happen?
CT pizza is literally the best. I've never had pizza in Connecticut.
Honestly,
I've driven through Connecticut.
Yeah.
It's just like a 3-hour-long traffic jam between Massachusetts and New York.
I will be honest with you. I would love to understand the pizza thing. I just don't, because I've never heard it before. That's what is funny to me. I'm like, oh, Connecticut's known for its pizza. I'm like, I have no clue what you're talking about.
No one here is hating
I'm not
on
hating
CT
on
pizza.
it's
here
it comes.
It's an
literally here
thing.
it comes.
See, you hear someone talking out of ignorance, and you're just like,
oh,
don't hate on it. I don't know. Never had it.
I shouldn't have said it.
I just don't understand.
See how quick it was? It's like Stan Twitter. I talk about pizza.
all the Connecticut players come out and they're like, yo.
The chat, and they're like,
like, no, you've never been to the Sparrow in Hartford.
I'm sure the place that you love to eat at is the best place in the world. And I'm sure that's true. And the place you get your coffee has the world's greatest coffee.
The Regina Pizzeria in Bridgeport, Connecticut's the best pizza in the world.
So funny. But yeah, I'd love to have me over there, Connecticut people. I'll come to your tournament. And
Frank Pepe's out of New Haven. I'm going to keep that name in my mind if I'm ever in New Haven, Connecticut. Very low chance that happens, but...
You know, Declan, I actually have a friend who lives in Connecticut.
What?
I don't know. It's just the truth. Anyways, back to the match. There's a lot of
started some discourse on the pizza.
Yeah, I'm so good at starting discourse. I'm like fiction with it. You know what I mean? I had to mute him. I hate Smash Discourse, I'll be honest with you.
I unironically think Fiction's Twitter is hilarious.
I just don't have patience.
That guy, He's an amazing Melee player, and he's so disconnected from reality a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like playing devil's advocate.
I think his Twitter is so funny.
No hate to the guy. I'm very particular on Twitter, which is funny because my posts on Twitter are almost always
He says stuff that like makes people mad, but people just go out of their way to respond to him.
That's
every
true.
Time he
That's
tweets.
very true.
People are like ready to be mad at him.
He brings up some good points sometimes, I will say.
And like even when he's saying something that's obviously stupid, I feel like it's such obvious bait, and people just play so hard.
Yes, fiction has some of the best and the worst. I agree with that.
Yeah, sometimes he goes a little mask off on Twitter. Kikoho making the comeback?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, definitely.
Scary.
Like after some goofy stuff happens last game, it's like, oh, anything can happen. So that's gonna be the set. Oh man, you guys are still talking about pizza. That's crazy.